when two become one.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Bruna the Fading Light, who melds into Brizella as part of a duo with Gisela. When Bruna is cast, you get to bring back a human or angel from your graveyard and put it into play. And because that's a cast trigger, that angel will be in play when Bruna lands, allowing you to buffer up, get some triggers, and generally do good angel things. This deck is running angel synergy, angel discounts, and the best angels that Arena has to offer, including ones that make you indestructible, protect you, prevent you from losing the game, or maybe just take out some of your opponent's things, but can put themselves in the graveyard for your convenience. We also have the ability to put things directly into our hand from the graveyard. If we have the Lancers in a grave, we can grab the Gisela, we can play her, and then meld on a future turn. And melding is great, because once you have Brizella, you've managed to lock your opponent out of a lot of cards, saying you can't cast spells that have a mana value 3 or less, so long as this Eldrazi angel is in play. She's also a 9/10 with a whole bunch of stats and a whole bunch of words, which makes her kind of difficult to take out, especially if she's protected by some of our other big angels. This deck, we're also going to be tutoring for our piecers, giving ourselves hexproof, and of course, removing our opponent's threats, whether by board wipe or just by some single target removal, because we're in mono white. And if we can, we also want to hate out our opponent's strategies. White's not that good at ramping, but we can stop our opponents from getting certain triggers. Whether we're winter mooning or strict proctoring, we're able to slow things down and do some catch up and protection. So let's take Bruna into the queue and see if we can meld a little angel duo. Ulalek, Fused Atrocity. Ulalek is going to be casting and doubling colorless spells, even if those spells aren't actually colorless, because it's 5-color Eldrazi. If it's a devoid spell, kind of like how Ulalek is, it still counts for these abilities. It's very cool. You get to copy your Eldrazi and their triggers, which is important because most of them are on cast triggers. I've got ramp. I also have a thing that fetches me a land, which could be nice. Next turn, I think I could Celestis, land, and do this. I have Gisela ready. I'm just not kind of sure what to expect from them. Warped. Having the ramp into ramp is cool. Okay, Chromatic Lantern. I guess it makes sense for me to start with Gisela. No, Iron Crag. Nobody has ever wanted that. And here comes Ulalek. And here comes Bruna. In end step, the two will become one. I love how quickly I was able to get to this. Gisela sees Bruna, and they meld together into the voice of nightmares. I didn't get the reanimation on the cast of the commander because there's nothing dead, but now my opponents cannot cast spells with a mana value 3 or less. Hopefully, that cuts them off from some very important cards like removal. Most removal costs 3 or less mana until they get to the 10 mana Eldrazi, the real big ones. Hey, Tim Lin, thank you for the sub. Hello, Brizella. Yeah, it's a 9/10 with Flying First Strike, Vigilance, and Lifelink. Those are pretty good numbers. So they get the on cast here, and it looks like they are going to pay to copy it. Nice. So this will evoke the Null Drifter. It will come down, go away, draw them 2, come down, go away, and has drawn them another 2. So they got 5 mana to draw 4 cards there. You think meld cards should be double-sized? Yeah, in paper, when you meld a card, it is actually 2 physical cards that you smush together and flip over. It's really rad. I will throw down the Starfield Shepherd. And I think finding this Esper Sentinel sounds good enough for me. I will not play it, though. I want to play the Wojak Investigator, because this was going to get me some card advantage. I'll investigate because they have far more cards in hand than I do. They're down to 10 life, thanks to big flying women. If only I had some ward. I actually took out one of the things that gives ward in this deck. I had taken out Flowering of the White Tree because I wanted this deck to be a bit bigger rather than lots of small creatures, kind of like Giada Angels is. Yeah, these are big flying women. And these are big squiggly squunkles. I mean, I'm also a squiggly squunkle. This is an Eldrazi Angel. That is why Bruna has an on-cast ability. Because she's a big squiggly squunkle. We're waiting for them to figure out their move. They have more mana than it seems because of the Ancient Tome. But unless it's a really impactful spell, they may not want to cast it. Tapping for 3 and cycling a Drownyard Lurker. This gets them an Eldrazi spawn. Chat saying it's Squonkle Sunday. No response. It is Squonkle Sunday. Nice. So Ugin the Ineffable won't be able to destroy Brizella because I believe this is a colorless card. Though, like, after it has melded, I think it's colorless. But they could destroy one of the other 2 angels. It was a nice try, but it looks like colorless is going to be the bane of the Eldrazi here. I'll swing in and win the game. GG. Titus, Yuna's Guardian, will be taking counters, moving them around, getting more of them, and generally being a bit of a menace. I want to mulligan here because I need some sort of broad removal against them. Because Titus is very aggressive. At only 3 mana, his abilities really do add up to be strong. Because with that proliferate and card draw on hit, you're able to keep fueling your hand as you scale your creatures, because you can play them with scales. Also, looks like they could get them out on turn 2 if they wanted to. Don't know if they do. Lyra, you're cool and all, but I want to hit their ramp. Lyra in this deck, she is good, but like, this meld already has lifelink. If I manage to get the meld. There's also, I would say, about half the angels still have lifelink. She's still a good angel, and a good angel lord. Hardened Scales! And it is the art from the Titus deck, because they added that into Arena. I'll name Angel, and swing in with all of these. I don't imagine they have that much haste in their deck, even though it is an on-hit ability. And there's a bunch of other on-hit proliferates that at least I included in my Titus deck. I'm being asked if I got the meld yet. Yeah, I got the meld on, I think, the second or first game I played, but like my opponent conceded right before the meld happened. I made sure that the deck was built with the ability to meld. Hey, it's Serena! Thank you so much for the 57-month resub. Resubbing during a subathon. This is a human. If it dies, I can bring it back. Herald of Eternal Dawn costs the same as Bruna. And I could play this as a giant flash blocker. And by the way, Titus also has a cool interaction with Fenrir and the other summons, because you can choose to, sure, move a +1/+1 counter onto this, which would actually be 2 of them, or you can choose to put one of these counters onto Titus, saying, hey, you know what? I'll take a load off your back. And with Hardened Scales, by the way, like each time they move a +1/+1 counter, it becomes 2. They moved a lore counter, I think they're called. Yeah, lore counter. I'll name Ankle. And Titus does not care what kind of counters are on creatures. So like he'll probably put like a nothing counter on this, or maybe even a +1/+1, just so they can start proliferating it. Swing in with both. I can chump block with the Esper Sentinel, and then play Bruna to bring it back next turn. Ooh, the Scourge is going to grow as they shuffle the counters around. and grow and grow and grow. You can trigger this thing so many times in a turn. Prophesitic Memory. Ooh, interesting. Do you pay 1? They do. Bang. And here I was hoping that Titus would be a tax evader. A girl can dream. Titus gets 2 counters because of scales. Titus moves 1 counter, which is actually 2 counters, onto the illusion. And I'm going to have to start digging for board wipes soon. Oh, they absolutely have Ouroboroi in their deck. I have it in mine, too, because it's really good. I can Platinum Angel next turn, but I would rather have at least 1 more turn before doing that. Alright, so as it stands, though, like, I die unless I have blockers or something else. So it's going to be flashing this out. That would be rad to get Farewell and hit their enchantments. Yup. They're probably thinking like, you got one of them instant speed board wipes? Maybe. There is actually an angel that destroys all creatures that dealt damage to me. Oh, well, speaking of devil, it's Ouroboroi. This is one of the best new scales cards. It's, in fact, one of just the best new cards printed. You put counters on it, and then it gives counters to itself and everyone else, which scales with scales. Am I holding up Settle the Wreckage? I don't know, am I? This is going to trigger again, because the non-Hydra's got things. Oh, you're not a Hydra either. Yeah, you're a plant worm. Harold, do something. Harold, do something about the boy. Thank you, Harold. They drew. They proliferated. And now it's a matter of removal. I'll throw down Bruna. Bring back the Esper Sentinel. And I'll start swinging in the air. Yes, please. Thank you. Any removal just ends the game if it can kill the Herald. But then again, I win on the next turn in the air. Which Hydra is this? Wildwood Scourge? If you're going wide and putting counters on things, this is a great card to have. They're tapping for a 1, 2, 3, 4. Tezzeret's Gambit. They paid 2 life, and they paid the 1. They draw, they proliferate. And the Scourge continues its growth. They go to combat. They're shuffling things around. They are going to get a post-combat draw. I cannot prevent enough damage. They still have 3 mana, maybe more if they play something. And they're swinging in with over 100 damage. No blocks! I'm already at negative 22. What are you gonna do? Kill me more? I can't die. How low can I go? Pretty low, it seems. Ah! Bristly Bill! Well, you're not a removal spell. Any Swords to Plowshares? No? Good! I will go to combat. And attack in the air. They have given themselves protection from black and red, which is not the colors I'm playing. GG, Titus. Vinwixit Verbose Host. Typically host to a lot of evasive creatures and counter spells, looking to get their speed up to maximum. I like Bishop of Wings as a blocker, but I need faster or removal or something, and I just don't have it. I can go for a double mulligan. Let's see what we get. There's a Swords to Plowshares. I'll take it. And I'm going to throw this Farewell back since I also have Wrath of God in this hand. Vinwixit is about speed, card draw, counter spells, and no you don't, you tiny little unblockable critter. Now I can block flyers with this deck because I'm an Angels deck. I got Angels here. I got this one right here. Giada, she even taps for mana. She's great. If you want to build like Angel Typal, absolutely play with Giada. So Departed Deck End, whenever it becomes a target of a spell, sacrifice it. Okay, so this is not a spell, so it won't get sacrificed. It will just go to exile, and I swing it for 2. Ba-boom. We got Angles and Angels. Cool. And I have a Vigilant blocker to deal with this. Would you like to start your engines, Vinwixit? Or are you holding for counter spells? I'll swing with Giada. Oh, Malcolm! Are we gonna trade? Okay, we are. There goes my double spell plans, but I think the Angel of Eternal Dawn will do a fine job sitting in the way. Oh no, but she's being eaten by piranhas! It is no longer always daytime. I can play that as a land and then Wrath of God. Or I could play this, wait a turn, and do that. I think that it's better for me to just bolt this in and wipe the board. It's so nice not having to track day and night. It's not relevant to anything in this deck. It's just there. Thieving Skydiver. Ah, if only they waited a turn, they could steal something. Oh, cool! A rock! No counter spells, right? No whammies? Only curse slammies? We're gonna take that mermaid and put her in a crystal. As we do. Are you gonna flash out a creature? They're going to bounce that back into my hand with Cyclonic Rift. My speed is definitely going to get hit, so number go up for them. Ooh, and they're also going to get to draw cards. That's really cool for them, not for me. Recon mission is neat. If I get a land, I can double spell. That is not a land, but it is a good card, and it is a potential double spell. White Auracite. I'm again going to hit this Thieving Skydiver. And if you bring out a creature, I can remove its abilities. Which does not remove its power and toughness, though, so it would still hit me and bring them to max speed. Once they're at max speed, it's actually more about hitting this. Okay, so they've got Cyclonic Rift back. And they could wait to just cast it for big mode. Great. I am sitting and hanging, chilling like a villain. Would you like to bounce? Yeah, I think making Vinwixit do nothing means the rest of their deck will probably not be that good. Ooh, Terramander, but they have no spells in the graveyard. No instants or sorceries. Here's Vinwixit. And I'm just gonna say, yeah, Vinwixit, you know what you do? Nothing. You have actually no abilities. You do have 1 power, so you can draw cards. Do I have, Angel of Eternal Dawn and Giada in the graveyard? Excellent. Let's bring them girlies back. Bigger Bruna? Or daytime, nighttime, nighttime, daytime? Giada. This enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. Am I getting rifted? Yep, there they go. Bouncing everything back into my hand. Whee! These two come back. They're like, hey, what's up? What's good? We're gonna draw 2. Pearl Medallion. I want those discounts. The White Auracite. I'm going to hit Recon Mission now. Cut them off from some of their card draw. And then Seal from Existence, I think, hitting the Deccan because it's dealing the most. Or possibly actually this, because this is 4 damage, and that's only 3. They're already at max speed. I just made it so they're not drawing the extra cards. They would need to put this back into the command zone in order to get the trigger. Okay, awesome. So you see how they dealt damage to me with 3 different creatures? Herald of Vengeance, I think is going to be out for blood. Oh, if I get another turn, they're taking an extra. Diversion unit. It won't work. All right, let me start with the Starnime Aspirant. Giada. Herald. It's not an instant, it's not a sorcery. It is a board wipe. Partially. Herald of Vengeance is a digital-only card. It could exist in paper, but it would require tracking. It's an awesome design, though. It is, hey, you hit me, you die. Oh, and apparently she's going into Witness Protection. No, Diversion Unit. You can trade with this. Bruna! Bring it back now, y'all. This is not an angel. I'll swing in with both of these. Not many counter spells in their deck. Mostly bounces and ability removal. They could make me draw on my turn in order to draw an additional card. Everybody in. There is the card that flashes out and exiles all attacking creatures. That does exist in paper. It's the girls! I'm saving Reprieve for like a River's Rebuke. It's the wife! Is it Melding time? And then are we gonna meld all over the place? Hey, that's exactly the card I said that I didn't want you to cast. Buy me a turn. 350. I think I have more lands than them. I do have more lands than them. Trying to see if there's anything else I would want to do. I swing in with everyone. I don't care if Giada dies here, because I'd rather hit their stuff. They're into the flood mawing her. Sure, it goes back to hand. She's very inexpensive to recast. It's just a matter of, yeah, I survived the River's Rebuke turn, so that's good. Oh, actually, I should have Gisella'd first, because that would have made the Angel of Eternal Dawn bigger. I'm gonna play the planes, just in case I need to scramble something. Yes, I'm on day 13 of the subathon. I've been streaming for 12 plus hours every day. For so long! Am I being driven to madness? Only a little, it's fine. So they get the recon mission back. And I think that is lethal damage. Oh no, I forgot about the Heraldic Banner, but there's nothing I could do about it. Because unfortunately, my life gain only happens on my turn. GG, Van Wixit. Yavshan, Implacable Earth, is very good against fetch lands, which I don't have because I'm a mono-white deck. I've got some nice cards here. I've got some ramp. I've got my meld pair. And I'm gonna play lands and then scream at the sky just like them. We've got mana. No, you don't. This thing can come back from the graveyard, so I'm just exiling it, and I feel no remorse about doing that. I'll play Iron Crag. And Iron Crag, you're not gonna make me... You're not gonna make me click on you, are you? I had a stern talking to with Iron Crag before, and it was real rough. So they can just exile that, and then I won't have the mana. But that's okay, I got another mana rock next turn. Ooh, or I could go for these discounts. Yeah, I'll play the Aspirant. Yeah, they destroyed, actually, they exiled Iron Crag, so I wouldn't have to click on it, which is really considerate of them. Yavshan comes down, gets them 2 lands, and I won't be able to pay life or sacrifice permanents, which is not a thing I do anyway. Skyclave Relic and Gisela. 4/3 with First Strike and Lifelink. And if it goes to the grave, that's great. I'm bringing it back and I'm melding. Oracle of Moldiah lets them play additional lands and play lands off the top. It looks like this is going to be Yavshan stacks based on the Blind Obedience. Sure. They want to play it again to get 2 more lands? Go for it. I will exile the Oracle of Moldiah and swing in. The meld is cool, but based on their attack and what they're doing, I have a feeling that they are waiting to board wipe. It doesn't matter which board wipe. Nope, they're going for Yavshan again. Good pick. I'm going to save the Get Lost for a higher priority target. More lands! Care to play one? Excellent work. I'll play the Bishop of Wings. Something lets me hit my opponent's permanents? Dang. I don't really want to do that, because again, I think that this Yavshan deck probably has a bunch of board wipes. Enduring Vitality. This will let them tap for mana. Maybe you got some other funky stuff going on. Why aren't you playing this Blind Obedience? Don't you want my creatures to come in tapped? Ooh, Ashaya. Ashaya is a big land. And I am going to destroy Ashaya, so they're able to not use these maps, because Yavshan says you cannot sacrifice. I think I can go for the meld this turn. I feel pretty good about it. Swinging, gaining, swinging and gaining, gaining and swinging. Swoosh, swash, gain more life. I'm up to 49. Is this a life gain deck? No. Is it still good? Yes. It's an Angels deck. It's like a Angels ramp control deck. It's doing what it can. I wonder if this is just like Selesnya value stuff. All right, there's a good protective spell. Shalai is going to give all of these creatures and themselves hexproof. I can remove Shalai at least temporarily. And then swing in for a whole bunch of damage. GG. Loot, Exuberant Explorer. Loot will be playing additional lands and cheating creatures into play. It is a big green ramp deck, probably with a landfall sub-theme, because loot is able to, well, play additional lands. I will name loot Exuberant Explorer to make him cost a little more. Even though they have a ton of ramp, I don't want him coming down on turn 2, which oftentimes he does and immediately starts ramping. I guess I could get lost this Llanowar Elf. Feels aggressive, but like if I can kill their ramp, especially with them not playing a regular green land on turn 1, I will. Yeah, I gotta stack some up. Knock them down. No, I want to play a cool creature. I was thinking like, oh, I could hold up Reprieve. I want this. Ah, they're going to cycle for a land. A forest, huh? Wild. Titania does have reach, so I can't swing into her. I'll play the Angel of Eternal Dawn over holding up Reprieve. Daytime! And as lands go into graveyard, they will gain life. They probably also have the meld, or they wouldn't have done that. Hey, Surek. Surek is going to trigger when I target them with spells and abilities and let them draw. Oh my god, look, it's Argoth. That's her land. Hell yeah. You cost 6 to activate, right? Okay, so I'm going to chill this turn. It does not become nighttime because of the Angel of Eternal Dawn. Oh, I will reprieve that. Oh, yeah, because you work on the stack. Doesn't matter. We both get to draw. Mazel tov. I'm going to name Angel. And these two are not quite big enough to get through. I can activate her next turn, though. Here comes the Oracle, playing those lands off the top. They've got a last minute lance, but nothing huge out here yet. Titania's relatively big. They explore. Yes, they actually have a meld pair right here, just as I have a meld pair in my deck. This meld pair, though, requires them to have 4 or more lands in their graveyard, which at the moment they don't have. They have a fetch on top, a fetch in hand, though, so I do need to be, like, mindful that it could happen. I will go to combat, swing in with the Resplendent Angel, not get blocked, and beef her up to get another Angel. Beefadelphia. That's what it is. More giant ladies. We love giant ladies here. Okay, so that could sacrifice, that could sacrifice, that could sacrifice. That also lets them play lands and creatures off the top. Do you want to play loot? They gain life. Oh, some people are saying that they went to get these lands in the store. Yeah, I swapped the lands in this deck because these lands are in the store. And I also took most of the snow stuff out of this deck. I reworked it. These are my favorite basics. They're the Magali Stained Glass lands. They're gorgeous. They're really cool. And I'm so happy that, like, we have them here in Arena. Hi, Titania. Titania can become a big lady next turn. So I'll probably have to remove her. They didn't mill. I think I just Sunfall. Yeah, that feels right to me. Shame to get rid of such wonderful creatures. But it's worth it. Yeah, I could have killed Titania there, so I don't know what their game plan is. Targeting their stuff one at a time is really bad because of Surek. Hi, green doesn't have a way to phase out. Were this a regular board wipe, you could make things indestructible, but that doesn't do the thing. Oh! A land! What land? Or creature in hand. Hawk? Something with reach. Oh, prime time. Sure. Sadly, those are not dead, so I can't get them out of the graveyard, but I can get the Resplendent Angel out of the graveyard. Yippee! Where do you see a Portal to Phyrexia? Not in my deck. Oh, from Sunfall. Yeah. They can now use Shifting Woodland to turn into, like, Generous Ent if they would really like to. It was on top of their deck before the reshuffle. I mean, if you have loot amounts of mana, you can put whatever high-cost, ridiculous card you want in your deck. Like this one. Yeah, these are in the store today. Probably not if you're watching the video, because this was on Sunday, and the video probably doesn't go live for a few days after that. I'm recording this during my subathon, where people requested a whole bunch of decks to be built. People who supported a subathon at a certain amount could either have me build a deck or record a Brawl Stars, and that's how we got Bruna Brawl! I'm hitting the prime time. Yeah, this is what I want only on, like, the first turns of the game. I'm surprised we haven't gotten Amulet Titan, because we don't have Amulet yet in Arena. But it's the sort of thing that I absolutely would have expected to get in one of the anthologies, just to put it into Historic. So they hit, off of loot, Cultivator Colossus, who then in turn did not hit any lands. With a 14 power creature, they drew 14 cards. They then put all these creatures in play, and one of those creatures is Surikhan Goreclaw. And Surikhan Goreclaw give these haste and trample. Two things. Hasty. Haha. Yeah, I'm in danger. I can kill Nissa. It's gotta count for something, right? Is that Genjo? Oh, okay, so now I'm dead. Because that's Lumra. So I'm gonna hit them with a good game. That's a mighty fine bear you got there. I got you down to 6 health. I'll take it. Now, I hope you'll just, like, attack, because I promise you I'm dead. But I am gonna kill Nissa. Revenge! Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it settled the wreckage in here. Maybe I should. What are you gonna do? Have more lands? Like you already have 30 of them? GG loot. Rofellos, Llanowar Emissary. Rofellos taps for mana based on the number of forests you have, allowing you to get absurd amounts of mana very quickly. I actually have the fastest possible ramp in this hand with an Ancient Tomb into a Mana Rock. And I will take that, especially because this draw I just got means that I could counter Rofellos. A dream. I have one counter spell and I'm going to make it count by slowing them down, though they're a mono green ramp deck, which means they can just do it again. I'm actually going to Mana Tithe this, because if I don't use this, they're going to have too much land and it's just not going to work. That's fine, though. I could use this turn. I'm ramping. Yes, please. Thank you. Boop. Hi, Rofellos. I'm gonna make my angels stronger. I'll swing in for 3. And I'm gonna try to murder the self. Now, that could protect against this. Let's find out. I'll gain the life back. It's fine. Mono white ramp out of control. Look at me, I'm the ramp deck now. Okay, so they're turning Rofellos into a turtle so he doesn't die. I guess I could have tried that in our upkeep. Yeah. It was wild shape. Not Tamio, it was a wild shape. So now they have 7 mana. And they're going to do a Titan of Industry thing. Looks like they're destroying Patchwork. Good mana rock. And they're making a Rhino. Hey. Die. Is this more protection for Rofellos? Tamio safekeeping. Oh, look at that. They got a variety of spells to protect. Thanks, Rofellos. Now what do you do with your absurd amounts of mana? Uvenwald Hydra gets them a land. It also gets bigger with lands. Remember how this was a mythic and now we have, like, Pawk? So I need them to hit me in order to use Herald of Vengeance. And I want to do a little more. That's me just trying to protect myself. Hey, Sildarian, thank you for the sub. I could make it that I just survive the next turn and then do it. That could actually be kind of fun. This is a really cute card. And I don't get to play it very often. Amy, is this what you're craving or just want to bop the Titan? No, I'm craving this. So Enduring Angel says, whenever my life total is reduced to 0, my life total actually becomes 3 and it transforms. This is a weird card. It's very fun, though. Okay. I will prevent some of that damage. So this does not trigger yet. It'd be cool if I got a land. I'll kill the Titan. Going to 2. Yes, if it fails to transform, you also lose. So if there's something that prevents transformation, or if you force it to transform by, like, turning it into a human and then moon misting. I'm pretty sure that also causes a problem. Okay, there we go. We take it. My life total becomes 3. Awesome. Oh, hey, Gisela. Hi, girl. I will attack in with the Angelic Enforcer. To bring my life total up to 6. Yeah, if you counter it, it would also work. That's fun. Now, if they want to attack, they're going to be in trouble because I'll just keep on killing it, bringing it back, and then Bruna. She melds, we win. It was all about what they top-decked there, and my guess is they top-decked the land. GG. Rofellos, Llanowar, Emissary ran into one of these just a minute ago. I guess I'll keep. I don't have anything to really stop him, but I'll do what I can. And they're gonna ramp. I'm ramping. What are you mulling for? I kept a 1-lander, sort of. See? Look at this. Bam. 1 land. And it hurts me. Nah, I'm gonna play the plains next turn. Who knows? I went first. Maybe I can reprieve. Bird. If I ramp, that doesn't get me a good double spell the next turn. So I will just swing in with the Esper Sentinel. I'm not turbo ramping this time. What a shame. Yeah, the hard part about, like, countering or trying to kill a Rofellos once is that he costs so little mana, they just play him again. And by the time they're, like, you would play him a third time, you just have enough mana to play your big green stuff. Rofellos. Oh, that gets me a land. Okay, cool. I could go for the Palantir, but I think I should Ironcrag into a Warp Angel. So of the new angels, the only ones that I'm running, I think, is this one. I thought about the one that can reanimate a non-land, non-creature, since I put in a tiny bit of self-mill. But I found that it's just not worth it when, like, the 5-mana angels have to be really good to justify being in the deck. I think if we had more, like, planeswalkers, it would be a better card to have. Or if it could, like, recast board wipes from the graveyard. Snapcaster Angel. By the way, this is the only 1-mana creature in the deck. So Starfield Shepherd can't get anybody else. But the fact that this is like, you saw me, I got a land, and I can get another land off it so it can help curve into Bruna. That's really helpful. This also can go into the graveyard, so it can be brought back with Bruna, which is really nice. I think I'm just feeling orbs here. I could also exile that and go for Metropolis Reformer. It doesn't do that much because they're not really a deck that I need hexproof against. They're not targeting me. If this were a mono-black discard deck, absolutely rush this thing out. If it were a burn deck, it might even be worth it since it gains you life. Ooh, an Auracite. At least it dealt 4 damage to them. So now they have all the mana in the world. What are you going to do with it, Rofellos? You going to play some extra forests? Tap for extra mana? You would. Can we not with this? Pot came down and doubled a strip mine. That is a card that can go infinite with Rofellos. It will go infinite if they had another forest, I believe. So, like, next turn. That is a way for me to destroy it, but I'm less likely to cast it. And, well, we'll see what I can do here. Fateful Absence, I can kill Rofellos for a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have a way to cast both. We kill Rofellos, so they can't do this. But I can't go infinite. It would be so cool if they got rid of Strip Mine. By the way, because I have a bunch of hate bears in this deck, I did actually consider putting a specific one into this deck. Okay. I thought about putting the Atomic card into the deck. Atomic to prevent them from targeting lands. I've matched into a bunch of landfall. Probably most of it won't be in this video because it was... Like, one of them was... I played against a Wrenn 6 that turn 1 Ragavan on the play. Hits me. Strip Mines. Destroys my 1 land. And I didn't have 1 mana removal for Ragavan. Use the treasure from Ragavan to play Wrenn 6 and brings back Strip Mine. It's like, oh, cool. It's my first turn. What do you want me to do about this? Hello, Kogla. You gonna fight my Reformer? Rude. This can also destroy my rocks when it swings in. Could even destroy this. Proctor would prevent the land triggers from POC from happening. Starfield Shepherd would get me one more land, and I could exile that to make another mana. But again, it's destructible. I think I should probably put the focus on just desperately scrambling to try to get Bruna out eventually. Lucky me. All right. Plains. There's a lot of Rofellos in the queue. Yep. So who do you blast, Kogla? Yes, mana. I should mention strict Proctor in this deck is to stop landfall because we hit so much of it. It does prevent some abilities in this deck, but because it's a 2-drop that kind of necessitates removal, typically opponents will use removal on it, and then I'm free to kind of keep doing stuff. And it doesn't stop Bruna because Bruna is on cast. Oh, look, Sylvan Primordial. They're gonna destroy my lands. Can we just, like, not? Really? Not destroying a land? And destroy the Palantir, okay. How dare I want to play the games? Ugh. It's just... It'd be real nice if I could do it. Celestis. I'm playing 2 mana rocks here. Yep. Because they will destroy one. But maybe they can't destroy both. And then I can play Bruna, and then I can use Bruna to grab, I don't know, Angel of the Ruins, and then I can get rid of the Staff of Dominion, and they still have enough power to kill me the next turn, but I'll feel better about myself. Or am I just dead here? Because POC is big. Ah, not dead yet! Bruna! Let's see, that gets me a land. That destroys the thing. This would gain me 4 life, which actually might be what keeps me the most alive. Bishop. I don't think it's enough, though, because all of these are dealing too much damage. I'm still an Angel deck, despite all things. It ain't all haters. Just a lot of haters. Oh, fun fact. Strict Proctor. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, right. I exile you. It's a cleric. So, this is also a cleric. There's a card in this deck that triggers off clerics. Which is real neat. Oh, wait. Right. Staff of Dominion can, like, tap things. Hey, what are you doing? Just attack me, you jerk. You destroy my lands. You destroy my mana. And you're like, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? Ulamog. Just hit me. Wrenn and 6. I have a very helpful card in this hand right here. It's called Land Tax. Now, it's hopefully going to get me some extra lands in hand, and hopefully this Wrenn and 6 is not going to just immediately strip mine me, like that other one did, what with the Ragavan. I've got Giada is some non-land ramp for my Angel cards too, because we are an Angels deck. We gotta do what Angels do. Right, Wrenn? Right, 6? You're not gonna deal 1 damage to this because that won't kill it? Why are you mulliganing so hard? Are you looking for strip mine? Are you looking for turn 1 ramp so you can get out Wrenn and do other nasty business? They're sitting there, picking out which cards they want to maintain. And I will just show them my strip tax. Strip tax? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call it the strip tax. That's what it is. You destroy my lands, I have less lands than you, I get more lands. Hi. Do it. Do it. You're a land stack. Do it. I have been streaming for 13 days straight. Don't test me. I'm delving even further into madness. Affectionately. Gianna. Jeff's telling me you need to drink water. Okay, I'll drink water. So they've put a land into the graveyard, which they could get back. They could also get back their fetch. Giada is very good, though, at attacking in the air at Wrenn and 6. And you'll notice a lot of the decks I'm matching into are fairly strong. And part of that is because Giada is the most similar deck to this one. And Giada matches very high because she's a pretty good aggro deck. Alright, hey Wrenn and 6, you grabbing a land? You're not going to put it into play or anything, are you? You wouldn't. Tackman Pro, thank you for the sub. Oh, cool! A tithe! Alright, I'll bop Wrenn and 6, but they're getting card advantage each turn. This takes like 3 hits to kill, and that's like them getting 3 cards in hand for 2 mana. This really should not be allowed as commander. It is a card that I think in the 99 is difficult, but as commander, the amount of loyalty it has means that it is extremely difficult to take out. There's not really a way to 1-for-1 for it, and it's like a 2-mana card because of the like plussing and minusing. And the early aggressive creatures, like say Ragavan, that you would want to play to attack, the higher power they have, the lower toughness, and typically they are going to be, you know, 3 power, 1 toughness, 4 power, 1 toughness. They're just gonna die. You're grabbing another land. Yeah, because it's kind of like just like guaranteeing your land drops. I did not get a land, speaking of which. If I did, I would be playing Enduring Angel there. It would be getting bigger because of Giada. Valakut Exploration, you play that before you play a land, and then my hand will be full of lands next turn, and I can finally kill this thing. Then they'll just play it again for 4 mana. Or play something else. Oh, good. They can't play that. Yeah, they haven't gotten anything that allows them to play additional lands each turn. If I had curved out into an Angel strategy, this would have died. Wrenn and 6 still would have gotten value before dying. So, playing it is still the right choice into a Giada. Especially with their chances of getting, I don't know, anything. Hi, Ragavan. I'm not too worried about Ragavan, since I should have a good blocker next turn. I get booped. Yes, please. 1, 2, 3. Step 1. We hit the Planeswalker. Step 2. Angels. I'm probably going to end up using White Auracite on this. Taking it out. Also, I have Hexproof again. I have a lot of the Angels that give Hexproof in this deck. What a good monkey. What a good monkey that is not so good at getting through this. They could have a 4 damage burn spell. I'm just going to hope that they don't. Oh, yes. Let's go. I'm so ready. May I have more lands in hand? I can even, like, discard excess angels to bring them back. Valakut Exploration Landfall. That is something that finds them their strip mine. Glad they didn't find it before. They looked, though. We saw that mulligan. Hey! Quasi-Gru. Thank you for the sub. Not a true Gru, but kind of like a Gru. Thank you. Do you wanna cast Wrenn 6 again? I'll bop it. That's right, you know I'll bop it. Not worth just getting one land out of the graveyard. Not before you have the nasty one to bring back. They've got 2 mana. They've got a choice. Do you want to attack with Ragavan? No, you don't. Hello? Are you making decisions? Is the decision I get more lands? I showed you my angels. Please respond. Ooh, Nantuko. Not enchanting one of these. Okay, I have a bunch of board wipes in this deck. I would like 2 more. No, 3 more basic lands. Oh my god, I love having more stuff in hand. They're not exactly a counter spells deck, so I can get rid of that. I want to hit either Valakut or this because they're gonna go for strip mine. I'm gonna hit Valakut Exploration. Swing in with both. And exile Elvish Reclaimer. I'm in the air, so I'm not too worried about Nantuko. Ragavan can steal from me once, but like, cool. Yeah, the strip mine tactic, not working straight out the gate, pivots into a landfall one, but the more dedicated you are to the strip mine strategy, the worse your like landfall backup and your ramp backup strategy is. Didn't get their Ice Till. Looks like a Titania's Command. Going to get 2 specific lands and then put counters on the creatures they control. Now, at this point, that's actually okay with me. I have enough mana to bring out Bruna next turn, even if I chump block with Giada. Boop, no stealing for you. Yeah, alright. Why the heck not? Bruna. Bring it back. I could also like Sarah's Emissary. I could have even like set up to like discard that. I can just cast it next turn. So yes, you have more mana. You can strip mine me, but you're gonna need a real big spell to take me out. You are making bugs. They are making bugs. Bug, 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 bug. Oh, thank you, Thimble's Edge. Thimble's Edge hit me with some biddies in the chat to extend the timer. Thank you. Wrenn and 6. You wanna destroy my lands? Would a hoof win for them? Yeah, but they don't have it. There are many situations where a Crater Hoof Behemoth wins the game. But those situations require that you have Craterhoof Behemoth. They destroy my planes. Who knows, maybe they're running Fog. Sundering Eruption, I can't block. I will get a basic, though. Wait, actually, creatures without flying. Ha! They're all flyers! I can block. Yours can't. Yeah, I know 90% of the time that card says creatures can't block. It doesn't here. Yes. Revenge! GG. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Hey, Vivi's theme is playing. We didn't match into any Vivis with this deck, but I did match into a bunch of Wrenn and 6s and Rofellos because they are everywhere right now. And this deck does okay against them. Unfortunately, it's very hard to protect yourself against certain strategies like your opponent ramping like crazy, but I did what I could with this deck. I also want to say thank you so much to Ulster for supporting my subathon and contributing to have me make this into a Brawl Stars episode. So we got to have Bruna. This is a pretty distinct deck from my Giada deck, but I still wanted it to be an angel typal deck because the ability brings back angels or humans, which means you want to play a lot of them. I also put in a bunch of ways to get the things into the graveyard, though not too many since I want to be able to cast my angels. I think this is a pretty fun deck, though, and if you like angels and you don't want it to be aggro angels, which is what Giada is, this is a really neat way to do it. Wiping the board, playing your ramp, and then hoping to stabilize with some really good abilities. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video, and if you would like to come on over to my stream, the subathon is going on as of Sunday, the 14th. I have no idea when this video will go live, but I've been streaming for 13 days straight with 12 plus hours a day. So if you want to join in on the madness, please come on by. Thank you all so much for watching and have a brawlful day.